This is part 2 of my makeup pouch tutorial. You're gonna basically do the same exact thing and do your top stitch once more right here. Now that you have this, you're gonna separate your lining fabric with the outer fabric, and you're gonna keep the inner facing attached to the outer fabric and basically just fold them over on opposite ends. We're going to sew a line right at the top about 1 centimeter down all the way across. And for the lining, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna leave a gap that's about 4 or 5 inches long. That way we can fold it inside out. Open up the zipper a little bit and then stitch over right above the zipper end so that it holds it closed. So on the other side as well. Now open up the zipper a little bit more. Take these 2 pieces and basically fold them in like this. And then make sure this seam matches with the zipper seam. Do it on both sides. Do it with the inner lining as well. Make sure everything is centered. Now this part is gonna be a little tricky. Basically I'm gonna sew from here all the way to here. You don't wanna sew the inner lining with it, so we're kinda just gonna pull back the line. Make sure your zipper is open. So make sure that this seam matches the zipper center, and make sure you're holding back the inner lining. Looks like. And then do that again on the other side. You're gonna do the same exact thing with your lining fabric. So make sure that this seam is aligned up with the zipper to fold in this part. Notice how I sew a line right over the zipper. Now once more on this end. Oh, my needle just broke and it just hit my eye. This is why you wanna be very, very careful when you're sewing, especially through thick material. That almost poked my eye out. I replaced the needle. This part you just need to take very slowly. Okay, now you're gonna take your ruler, my fabric pen, and basically just draw out little squares that are 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches large around each of the corners. Basically like that. I actually went ahead and decided to do 2 inches by 2 inches. Make sure your square starts from the seam, not the edge, the seam. Now the fun part, you're basically gonna cut out those squares on all 8 sides, okay? You're gonna open up these little holes and you're gonna fold the corners into each other, sort of like this, and make sure they fold flat. Now we're gonna sew these edges together, and you're gonna do that for all 8 sides. Okay, now I've sewn all of the edges, so this is the big reveal. Now you're just gonna basically pull everything inside out from the hole you left in the lining. So I definitely messed up, and I think I cut the squares too large, because I feel like this is gonna be more of like a taller rectangle pouch. Now you're basically just gonna push all the corners out. We're not done yet, and you're basically just gonna pull up the liner, tuck this in, and then sew it closed. Turned out pretty good. A little bit smaller than the one I made last time. So for 11 by 8 inches of fabric,